Ugly gang shit. I get Wait, is it Malloy? I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing. I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. Yeah, I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. Yeah, I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing. Smoking on exotic weed, killing bad energy. I don't let it get to me, so they try to get me in my dream, but all my demons died out. I feel so alive now. You can't kill my vibe now. You can't bring my high down. I can feel the energy, and yes, the past is history. Happy meditation keeping me away from misery. Walking through the galaxy when I wake up back to reality. I get so fucking high, I can't feel anything. Light another blunt, all my problems start to drain. Henny in my cup, cause it numbs my brain. I'm so fucked up that I can't think. I'm so fucked up that I can't think. I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing. I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. Yeah, I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. Yeah, I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing. I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. Yeah, I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. Yeah, I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing. I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. Yeah, I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. Yeah, I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing.
There's nothing official about this, you understand. We're just talking off the record. But sometimes you have a feeling about a person that you know very well that either he is capable of killing somebody or he isn't. It's just a feeling. But occasionally I found it has a definite bearing on the truth.
What's up, everybody?
What's up? What's up?
Good morning.
How is everyone this morning?
Good. I literally just cracked my eyes. So
let me do a Kayla.
Do the Kayla.
I haven't had time to make coffee yet, so it was a Pepsi this morning.
Ooh. What's up, Harold? How you doing, Fuzzy Sack?
Good morning.
Yeah, no problem, honey.
Oh,
What's up, JG? Josh Gendron says Jeff Dotson.
J. Daisy McBreezy.
Masshole, what's good, bro? Good to see you. What's up, Shirley? She says,
Morning.
morning, boys.
Good morning.
Eyes.
Not a boy, but
Morning, what a day, she says. I got one of my shirts. It was the right one. Potty Mouth Planner says, good morning, all. Good morning.
Aros Bachos.
Thank you for coming in, Poppy.
No, señorita.
CSL, good morning, sir. Oh, it's your kid. He's awful. Masshole, you got this.
I got woke up by a cane corso licking my face this morning.
ah, that's so cute though.
Oh, his tongue is like very invasive.
Listen, I think it's like with big dogs because Luna's is too, and like I feel like when she licks me, like it's like my hand stays wet forever, and I'm like,
Yeah.
off. Like, what is wrong with this?
They force it on you.
Yeah, but I still make her literally before we get up every morning. I force her to come put her chest right here, and I lay there for like 10 minutes, whether I'm late or not. Like, I just lay there for 10 minutes and just stay calm.
Put that.
She loves it.
Put that comment by Shirley back up. He said it right. Yeah. Buys. Yeah, because she said it.
She does. That's how she says it.
When you come in our panel, she said that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know. That's how she says it.
What's up, Buys?
Hey, Buys. Never seen you before. You are beautiful. So I don't. She's talking to the
kitty.
No, I think she's talking to either Potty Mouth or the kitty. One of the two.
Well, the kitty, her name is Athena. You can have her.
You? Oh, she was talking about Jess. She was talking about Jess because she's never seen Jess before until this morning. Okay.
Oh.
That's what that was. Jess popped up on Massholes Live when Shirley was up there too.
She's a gorgeous person.
I was like, well, I'm not sure why, but
yeah, she's pretty.
What up? Good morning.
Good morning, JD.
Oh man.
Squirrel says Jess came on Masses Live.
Yep.
Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, you're so pretty. Oh.
That's why I had to wife her up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's because.
How was your night? What'd you do?
Went to my daddy's. Slept at my daddy's last night.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had a good time kayaking yesterday.
That's good.
The Huron River.
Mm-hmm.
I sunk
Flat Rock.
I sunk a kayak and a phone to the bottom of that river.
Well, my girlfriend joined half of that crew yesterday.
Yep.
Her phone's at the bottom of that river.
That's the best part.
JD says he's about to roll up.
I think it's the stupidest thing to bring your phone on the kayak.
Dude,
Well,
I do too. I'm not gonna lie. I think that is so dumb. And listen, I bought packets for my phone. Like I bought waterproof slide packets that you can like slide your phone in and it suctions to it. So even if you drop your phone, one, it's on your neck, and two, it's waterproof. And the picture quality is still slapping with the case thing on. So
Yep.
invest in some of those next time, guys.
My phone is waterproof and all of that.
Yeah, my phone, I
don't really worry about the
water
water
on it if I wanted to, but I just don't want to like watch it sink to the bottom of.
Yeah, I feel it. And then
It doesn't matter if it's waterproof if it sinks to the bottom. You ain't gonna find that because it's running water.
Well, the rocks don't move.
Oh, but the phone is not gonna be directly.
Oh
where
yeah,
you dropped
exactly,
100%.
It's gonna be down downstream a little bit.
Son of a bitch! Like you gotta hope it gets snagged, dude.
Yeah.
I'm too paranoid to lose stuff. Like when I do stuff like that, like anything I find a little bit valuable, even if it's like the craziest scenario in my head, how I would lose it. Like, I just don't want to bring it. Like, my luck is I would be that crazy situation and lose it.
That's exactly why I don't bring my phone into concerts or into like ICP shows, because one, I don't want to be on my phone. Yeah, I want to show everybody how cool it is, but I don't want my phone to be ruined and full of fucking Fago because it's waterproof. Don't mean it's not sticky and fucking growth proof.
Fago, yep.
100% honest. I bought these cases for Hallowicked the first year because everyone told me like your phone's gonna get ruined with the Fago, and I had the waterproof like case on it, so like it stayed on my neck the whole time. I'm serious. Those things have like saved my life.
What's up, Bushman? Thanks for coming in.
Cheers, homie.
What's up? Bow. Whoop whoop. Hey, everybody's excited for the gathering coming up. Huh? It was announced. I think I might only go 2 days though, if I'm being honest. I don't.
How many days is it? I thought
it's a 4-day thing, but
I thought it was the 19th to the 21st.
Usually it's a 4-day thing.
It is the 19th to the 21st.
So it's a 3-day thing, and it's a 4-day thing because we're there a day early.
Yeah, that's exactly what Ryan said.
So it's a 4-day thing, and when I had the most fun, I came halfway, at the halfway point.
Yeah. I'm thinking about.
Plus, I got a shit ton of stuff to do this summer. I want to go to Florida still.
Plus, I'm thinking about making a fucking pallet in the back of my truck where I can put a bed in it. So I don't want to fucking. I'm not renting no fucking U-Haul or nothing like that.
What? Oh, for camping, you mean?
Yeah. I'm just gonna put a fucking bed in the back of my truck.
We still have to rent a U-Haul.
For what?
All the shit.
Like I said, I can take all my shit.
T-Rup wants to ride solo today to the gathering. That's what you're saying?
Well, I'm gonna have to bring my tent. And I can't sleep on the floor.
No, you don't have to bring your tent.
That's what I'm saying. It's on the back of my truck. So I'm just gonna.
You could have slept on the bus.
No.
Oh, see about that. I hate
to heads on the bus.
bear bad news, but there's only 4 people allowed on the bus.
Yep.
And that's Justice, Michael, Kevin, and Aunt Jen are sleeping on the bus, and Ryan, Ian, and Ashley rented a RV.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'll just put a fucking.
Yeah, I sleep in a tent anyways.
Yeah, I'll put a.
But that would be such a good idea, T-Rup, just to clear out the back of your truck and then just make that like a huge bed.
Just put a fucking
for the gathering. Yeah,
literally put a fucking piece of wood in there.
It's a good idea.
And then put a fucking bed on top of it.
Yeah.
Crawl up in my bed. Hopefully, fucking, it's not so hot.
Get like an extension cord. And you
can be honest.
There.
When Ryan called me and told me they announced the gathering, I wasn't as excited as I thought.
He was not happy that you were.
I wasn't.
No.
I wasn't planning on
it. You're like his like teammate. Like when it comes to that, he was expecting like you to scream and holler and be excited. He could barely even breathe when he was telling you.
I know it.
He couldn't even get it out. I'm like,
I felt bad.
I'm not bad.
I felt bad, but it's. I love the gathering.
Just wake up from a nap in that moment or something.
No, I was in all I can think about is fucking brain jerk all the time. And building my empire is more important than spending my money to build their empire. Although I do have fun. I'm not saying.
Wouldn't you build your empire if you went there and did the podcast like you guys said you were going to do? Wouldn't you still be?
That's the only reason why I want to go. If I'm being honest, that's the only reason I want to go. I didn't even have fun at Hallowicked last time, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I don't think I liked working in the haunted house for Halloween. So
I like to do when this time is different because we haven't seen ICP 4 times this year. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit different, but I like ICP. I just don't want to camp for 4 fucking days.
I think
that's my thing.
I think the 2-day thing is a good thing.
I don't even want to go to any fucking festival for 4 days anymore. At that point, at that matter, I don't want to go to Electric Forest for 4 days.
I don't want to go to Electric Forest.
I don't want to go to Electric Forest, period.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I do. I do. I want to have his seizures while I'm there.
But
What up, Brian?
Branko, DMAC approved.
He says happy hump day. Holy shit, it's hump day already.
no, it isn't.
No, it's not.
It's Tuesday, bro.
I'm like, don't say that because I'm
was
supposed
gonna
to be
say.
at work then.
Yeah, dude's coming up to my fucking to get my truck tomorrow. By the way,
You selling it?
I'm gonna have to be leaving.
You want some ink? Want some smoke? We ain't in Florida, homie. Potty Mouth Planner says, good morning, waxed.
Yeah,
What up, Robert?
Hi, Jen.
I do need some ink, but I already got an appointment. Wait, what day was that, babe?
Who's got a lighter?
Ah,
Oh shit, I'm so sorry.
You weren't even on target. I couldn't even like halfway reach for it.
Yeah. You're gonna smash your fucking
That's Harold says Josh making grown-up decisions.
Oh yeah, I don't want to go the full time. I already thought about that. That's why when Ryan asked, "Are you going? Are you going?" I said, "I'm gonna talk to Jessica. She's not home from her vacation yet, so I'm gonna talk to Jessica." I didn't want to because he was on.
Jessica told me she wanted to go.
Yeah, well, we're going if she wants to go. Like I want to go too.
So you can't be a big boy and go by yourself.
Huh?
You
I can-
Oh,
Well,
Josh
I've already
makes the
went
big
to-
boy decisions. T-Rip don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, even Victoria's like, why aren't you excited? Do you not want to go because of me? I was like, no, you have nothing to do with it. I enjoy the
It's too
event,
hot.
but I enjoy the last 2 days the best.
You know, I've been hearing a lot of negative things today, and
Huh?
this whole time we've been waiting for it to get announced, and everyone was so
Yeah.
excited. And then it got announced, and everyone's like,
If you
"Oh, it's too
really think about it,
hot,
if you really think
I
about
don't
it,
want to do that."
your husband was so excited, and we just said, yeah.
Oh, so you're like the little minions.
Yeah. So we just
Well,
said, yeah.
duh.
Yeah, that's all we said.
We say Ryan's the boss all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I want to go to the gathering for networking.
I don't want to go to the gathering for gathering purposes, if I'm being honest.
And
now.
then,
I want to go for Fago Armageddon and Brain Jerk. That's it.
do something, fucking set up something, talk to a couple fucking people on meth on the podcast, that'd be awesome. I think.
You got a topic today?
Why are you guys pieces of shit and not want to go to the gathering?
I've already given my reasons.
Yeah. Oh, well.
No, honestly, I woke up with one, and now my brain is just fried.
Because we fucked her up because of it.
Yeah.
No, I'm going 100%. But I might even go the day.
I have to like filter check the things that I like almost say. So like I have to like prep myself on how I'm gonna talk. And like you guys scattered my brain. So now like my whole fucking no.
If Jessica wants to go 4 days, I'll go 4 days. But in the back of that fucking truck, I mean, if I can get a fucking fan, if I can get
What
a
up,
fan,
Cold Blooded?
Oh, cold blooded. Oh my god!
Here's the thing: you guys have air conditioning the whole time. Yeah. We have to be in the blistering heat. We're not going to be in the lavish luxury of fucking air conditioning at all. None of us.
Why aren't you guys allowed on the bus?
What you told us? You said only 4 people allowed on the bus.
To sleep.
Well, I don't need to sleep on a bus.
Yeah, you can go on the bus. We're not even allowed to go in the RV during the day. We're not allowed to party in the RV. We're not allowed to smoke in the RV. You're not allowed to drink in the RV. The bus is still there for those partying purposes. But when it's time to go to bed, these aren't my rules either. This isn't Ryan's stuff either that said this. But when it's time to go to bed, it's time to close up, and there's 4 people sleeping on there.
Yep.
I'll never go on the bus to even care about that rule, but
Everything happens at nighttime anyway. In daytime, you're just getting ready for nighttime. Get hydrated and fucking get ready for nighttime. I don't think, and I don't know. I have sleep problems and shit like that now. When I first went to the gathering, it was fucking, is that a drug? I want some. Like some dude was like, this is Somali water. And I was like, let me take a sip. And, but now I'm not going to be doing it. So I'm going to be a sober old gopher with a fucking cane, walking around like, hey, you want to check out Brain Jerk Entertainment?
Boo-doo-boop, boo-doo-boop.
So I don't know. I got sleep problems. If I don't sleep for 4 days, I mean, it's not the biggest fucking thing that's wrong, but
you got a couple months to start working on it. Start now. You got a couple months.
Well,
got,
and,
like, 2
and
months.
I'm getting married a month later, not even 30 days
2
later.
months yeah, that's like 2 months later.
That's literally 1 month.
There's so much things we have to
Beginning
save.
of August.
None of us have money.
No, the end of August and the beginning of October. That's 30 days.
The end of August, isn't it like the 19th to the 21st? Okay, so then you got all of September. So that's
and
30
and
days.
none of us have jobs.
And then October.
Yeah.
Well, I got fucking disability, but it don't matter.
Look, I don't care. It ain't
I
my
got
life.
disability. I'm trying to fucking get into a house and shit. So I don't know. Everything just, I'm adding everything onto it. And the more I add, the more I get frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get frustrated and then it ruins everything for everybody. I don't like that.
I wouldn't say it ruins everything, but then we
Not
become
for everybody.
we get concerned about you, but it doesn't ruin everything.
Well, concern. I don't want you guys to be like, oh, is T-Rap going to be okay? Like, because I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, sometimes I'm not. Yeah. So.
Well, then, and how about give us one, Robert? Give us a new topic if you got one.
Needs a new topic. What? Oh, because we're talking shit about we're not talking shit about the gathering. I'm gonna get my footsteps into that. I'm going. Even if Jess wasn't going, I gotta go to get.
I got shit going on every month for the rest of the year is the thing. I still got family to see, and I was planning on doing that in August, going to Florida.
Yeah.
Well,
everybody plans their whole year out because the gathering wasn't coming. Well, usually we're like, okay, gatherings this year. We're gonna fucking go.
Me personally, I have to plan my whole fucking everything out, or else I forget about it.
Yep.
Period. Everything goes into my fucking calendar. I think Caleb's birthday is right around that time. I'm pretty sure. Like, who? Caleb.
Oh,
I thought you said Kayla. I'm like, no.
Because I know it's in August, but I don't know I can't remember exactly what day. Adriana's 13th birthday is this month, guys. Fucking
is it today the 1st?
Today's the 1st. Big 13. That's fucking crazy.
So tomorrow I'm gonna do my research and get going to the house because I got a guy from Indiana coming to look at the truck at 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be on the road.
Yep, that's cool.
That's exciting. Are you excited?
What? Yeah.
Oh, your truck.
Yeah. I'm not. I like that truck, so I'm not really excited to sell it, but I need to. It's a smart thing to do. Fuck. And I hope the guy just fucking wants it because the last fucking dude that wanted it, his wife took his balls back and put them in a purse and said he wasn't allowed to fucking do it or whatever. He's like, man, I can only do 6,500. I said, dude,
that's half of what you asked for.
You're gonna cut the price in half, you piece of shit. Well, it's the only thing my wife will let me use. Well, dude, you got to be a better husband.
Brian says, if you could go back and change one major choice you made, what would it be and why?
I wouldn't buy a motorcycle.
Would it be? That would be it.
100%.
100%.
100%.
After all this time of saying you would let this happen over and over and over again.
I swear, Josh, I was just
I wouldn't
thinking
buy a
this,
motorcycle.
like, you would take back that
I
life-changing
wouldn't buy a
moment.
motorcycle.
Mhm.
I'll be cool if I was just a piece
Could
of
you
shit.
feel like that's when your shit started going to fucking pieces, or
What do you mean?
because of the accident? Because you bought that motorcycle and then a few months later you
Wait,
weren't speaking to anybody.
That wasn't a problem. That was just a one-time thing. And
No, I wasn't talking about that.
No, but I just couldn't live with it. My
Okay,
life was going great. I had a fucking, my credit score was great. My job, everything was great. I was buying a house.
Mhm.
You know, I just did one little slip up. So
yeah,
that was just something I couldn't go to. So I was like, well, fuck these motherfuckers because they know this. It's time for a new life. But I mean, also, if I didn't buy a motorcycle, I wouldn't be here.
Mhm,
You know,
correct.
but yeah. As of the last couple weeks, what I would want to do is not buy that motorcycle because I didn't have no problems
Mhm.
that are serious.
Well, you did.
And but now I'm having like a month of issues. Fuck that motorcycle.
Yeah.
I've only had it for fucking like a year. And it was gone. I got it and it was gone.
Happens
I
sometimes,
never think
right?
of a time that I would take back, truthfully. Like, I've had some shit happen, but I just wouldn't take it back, even though it was complete shit, because I wouldn't be the person I am today. Honestly, every horrible like choice or moment that I've made has led me to something greater after I realized you're being a fucking idiot. So
That's the truth. Once you take a self accountability, you're like, oh, I was the
seriously,
idiot.
like, I could name all of these things, like getting with someone who beat my ass for 4 years. Like, I could literally name so much stuff, but like they wouldn't matter. If I didn't go through that, I wouldn't know what to look out for. I wouldn't know what, like, I wouldn't see how other people manipulate you. And I wouldn't have seen how those things work. I would be this ignorant little girl. Like, I feel like I just wouldn't know as much if I took back any slight situation or choice I've made. I would not be where I am today. And
That's
I wouldn't change where I'm at today for anything. Like, I'm doing better mentally, physically, emotionally, relationship wise, family wise right now than I have ever done in my life. So, and none of this, I wouldn't have been as determined to get here if I didn't have a shitty past or I didn't have shitty things happen to me.
Well,
So,
I don't know. I guess because that's a question, like what if question. It'll never happen, you know. But
What up, Rodney?
I still couldn't even just like imagine that. I'm a what if person. What if this? What if that? Like, even if it's off the wall. But I still can't just imagine. Like, I can't single out a choice or an incident that I've ever made that I would take back.
oh man, I probably fucking any choice. Shit, I would have went to college. I would have stayed in football. Same thing. A lot of shit.
My choice. Okay. I agree with Kayla. Like, but if I had to pick one, I would go back to say middle school and I would play sports and I would do these things that could have got me ahead because I was good at these things, but I didn't care enough to do them for school. I never played school sport. I was good. The coaches wanted me to play. I wasn't about it, but that's what I would do. I'd go back and I'd do sports because I know for a fact I'd get into a college. I know for a fact. But like Kayla said, I wouldn't be who I am today if all that happened.
You never know, like, if you would have even had your kids the way you would have, Josh.
I wouldn't have. I would never have met any of you. None of you.
Because you would have been like, you could have became like this jock and like found different friends and like that would have took you down a completely different life path and took you away from the people that, you know, your children's mothers and that friend group and things like that. You would have been drifted off somewhere else.
Yep, 100%.
Lost in translation.
And you know, bizarre if I'd have taken that route, I'd be at Homrich right now if I didn't do my own thing, you know. I'd have went to school to help that business, but I want to do my own thing.
Right.
I want to live my own life.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna predetermine nothing for me, buddy.
I think that's but I can't, so we're gonna go ahead and fucking take it. I guess
Masshole says I would have never started smoking cigarettes.
me either. That's actually smart. That's a good one because it doesn't ruin my life.
It does.
You're right though. When I'm positive and when my mind's totally clear, I would never take that accident back.
Mhm.
But now that I've been stressing out for a couple weeks and been having a fucking rough
Because
time,
now you're dealing with the bad.
Yep.
Yeah, now you're dealing with the effects of what came from that accident. So you're like, fuck that accident, fuck that motorcycle,
But
fuck
when
it
it's
all.
but when it's good, it's good. It's
Yeah,
real.
because when it's good, you're like, I am able to handle this stuff. Like that made me me, and I'm stronger now. And now you're feeling rough. So
Yep.
My question is, does that accident have anything to do with why you're fucking freaking out?
I don't think the accident does.
I don't think so either.
I think the hospital does.
It's the hospital, you think?
I think it's the
Being alone and stuff in the
Yes.
hospital.
So yeah, I mean, think about it. Everybody has to go home. The reason why I say I hated everybody for living their life is because everybody
couldn't do that.
Everybody had to go home and go, and I was alone. Even the lady that's fucking coming to, get me whatever I needed.
helping you.
Even the nurses that were there, my door was still closed and it was just me in a bed that I couldn't get out of. And then I was stuck alone. What am I going to do? Who am I going to talk to? Everybody's sleeping. There's fucking 90 old ladies in here, dude. Everybody's sleeping. Everybody's sleeping at 7:30. So I was just alone and I just stayed up. And then, yeah, it's just terrible. That's where I think PTSD comes from. I don't think
Almost like you feel like it was I don't know. I don't like saying this, but was it kind of like a form of torture in a sense?
It was. I 100%
Because you
believe
couldn't move and get up
Yes.
yourself.
in the pain that they were in true, like they were ripping. I mean, they weren't ripping off, they were taking off, but it felt like they were ripping off these bandages and putting them back on. So I was just sitting there getting tortured. I thought it was legalized torture. That's what I really felt like. And it was terrible. I had to do it every fucking day. And then everybody left. Everybody went home and went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And then it was just me thinking in my thoughts and stupid shit like that.
that's what gets you is your thoughts.
Yep.
And
that's
then,
what me and him had this talk yesterday, and that's what I was saying. It's those thoughts. We either have the
gotta
positive
learn
and
how to
the
get
negative.
away from them. You need to learn to tell them to be quiet because this is your life. This is your mind. You need to learn to, even if you can't get them to silence them, distract your brain. Don't let those thoughts take over. That's the biggest thing. You're letting those thoughts eat you alive. And it's like those thoughts are coming in on your brain, and your brain needs to be big enough to push that away. Like, no, like you're not gonna make me claustrophobic. You're not gonna come in on me. You just gotta learn to shut them up, silence them, or ignore them.
This is my best when my brain thinks about what goes on through your head. It's like when you know those circle things you drop the quarter in, right? And it starts off and it's just a thought. And then the closer it gets faster and faster, and it's just like, and finally, when it drops, but it never drops for you. It just is constantly fucking spinning in your head.
That circle, yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, it never flushes.
Yeah,
it just gets worse. Stupid.
And what, like she said, you got to figure out a way to fucking knock that fucker down the fucking.
How do I fucking do it?
That's
listen, man. You
have to talk to a professional about that. For real, I'm not qualified in that matter.
You have to want it. You have to want it.
You have to actively be actively.
I'm going to promise you, a therapist can tell you whatever they want. I saw 3 different therapists every week for 2 years. I saw 3 different therapists every single week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I had a different therapist appointment with a different person. And at the end of it, none of them helped me what I needed. They just sat and talked to me. At the end of the day, I figured out how to get those voices to shut up. I had to be stronger than those voices and
because
realize,
you wanted it.
yeah, and I had no
Yeah,
choice.
And not
but
that you
to-
don't want it, but you're not actively working towards getting
Yes.
out of it.
like
You know what I mean? You're not
I
active.
am today. That I told Jessica I said I get to see you today. We're adulting all day. We're working. So I'm gonna be a little bit more better than I was yesterday.
and that's
every
all you
day,
can
Because I
try.
have to be.
Yes.
And because Bobo O'Bannon fucking made me think about it. I have to be a little bit better. Well, that's not what he said, but he's just a great guy. You know, he works his ass off. He takes care of his wife that's sick. You know what I'm saying? And he fights in them in the meantime, takes care of his kids. I mean, he's a great guy. So every day I need to get a little bit better than I was yesterday.
Mhm.
So if I go start doing the shit that I need to do, and I already feel good today because I know I'm gonna get some shit done. Like I feel good.
And then here's, not to interrupt you, but this is what another thing is like. Okay, so another thing that we do is when we don't accomplish things we want to accomplish, we start being negative and down on ourselves. And
Yeah.
that's the one thing that you do.
Oh yeah.
You let that
Well-
speed bump become a mountain.
Yes.
Yeah. And
100%.
I hate myself for fucking wrecking the motorcycle and
Mhm.
shit like that. But like then
And that's another
when
thing.
I'm
Stop hating
positive,
yourself.
I love myself for
Mhm.
fucking hitting that motorcycle because like, wow, look what you're doing, T-Rep. Look at this. And then when the thing starts spinning around and won't fall,
Mhm.
that's when I get tired of the fucking mind racing and shit like that. That's when I get fucking frustrated, and that's when I start getting negative, and I can't get back out because there's nothing. I don't know. And then it's just a never-ending cycle. It seems like
When your mind starts racing, like, do you have an alternative thing to do to like switch that off? Have you found something that like can get your mind off of that like frustration and like your nerves racing? Like, do you watch videos on your phone? Do you call somebody? Do you like, what do you do? Or
I
do
can
you
tell
just
you that,
go about your
Anthony.
day and let your nerves build up? Or do you
okay.
completely like,
You,
I can't even think of the word.
No, the answer to that is no.
I know. I knew the answer to that.
I don't want to put my problems on anybody else.
No, and that's not what it is. Not she's not talking about another person. She's talking about something for you, a hobby, a fucking you whittling that fucking stick. Okay?
Even smoking.
Anything,
Like,
anything
seriously,
like
your
that
mind starts racing.
to keep
Smoke
your
a
mind
joint.
busy.
Like, that's what I found helps for me so much. As soon as I feel I'm starting to get anxious or these thoughts are creeping into my head, I literally, this probably sounds pathetic to some people, but I grab my phone, I get on my phone and look for things like my next tattoo I want. I start thinking about, where am I going to put this tattoo? When am I going to schedule it? And then I take a dab and I'm distracted. I'm looking for tattoos I want or my future home furniture. Like, I literally find the simplest things. And like, I'll be so frustrated in my mind and so anxious, and I will literally just go on Pinterest and look at what I want my future house to look like. I'll start looking at how other people decorate their living rooms and things like that because it gets my mind off and it reminds me, bitch, you're about to buy a house. Like, you are doing okay.
Yep.
Take a dab. And then I'm so distracted at looking at these tattoos, this furniture, these houses, and I'm smoking a joint. I'm not thinking about what just frustrated me or, god damn it, I can't go to bed now. Well,
Okay, then I know what I do. I sit there and I play a little game before I go to sleep, and I got like distractions and shit like that, and I just play that and just mind over, like I'm focused on this, and I'm
is it a
listening.
game that you play often?
I'm gonna say
No,
I'm gonna say
I only
this.
play it at night.
Something that I've noticed is you've started to deteriorate since you started playing games all the fucking time.
I like playing them before bed because it makes my mind slow down.
Mm-hmm.
And I like playing them before bed because if I'm focused on this, then
But you've still
now
had
I'm
night
tired.
terrors after playing that game, right?
No, not really.
You don't
No.
have bad nights
You haven't been
ever.
playing your game
after-
every night the past month.
Those nights, no, I'm whittling that stick.
Okay.
The nights where I'm whittling the stick when you come home, I'm whittling the stick.
All night long.
Yep.
Do you like cupcakes?
Rodney wants to know if you like cupcakes. He said you and him, it sounds like you and him needed a heart to heart one day,
I
but
like cupcakes.
he does like cupcakes.
Not really, but you know, if they're super sweet.
And she Squirrely says those thoughts will kill you.
Oh,
It's a hamster will.
Exactly. Jump off that bitch and go get a drink of water.
Negative
I'm-
thoughts are hurtful thoughts.
yeah, I don't understand.
It's not like he wants to have these thoughts. I mean, but
The thing is you will never be able. I mean, okay, I shouldn't say never, but right now, especially, you can't control those thoughts that are coming into your head. So the next best step is learning how to control how you control those thoughts. So when those thoughts approach your mind, you got to learn how you're gonna act. What are you going to do next after those thoughts start approaching your mind? Don't let those thoughts overtake you, because you're not going to get rid of those thoughts right away. That's probably going to be like the last step, as those thoughts coming into your head. But the step before that is figuring out how to deal with that when it comes and when it happens. That's what you need to figure out first, because you're never going to stop those thoughts from coming into your head, especially right now in the state you're in. Like, I know you, like I personally know you as a friend, so I know me telling you, tear up, don't think that stuff. Don't think that. That's not realistic for you, especially.
It's not.
So you just have to learn how to control those things, and not every time that happens you're going to be able to control it, especially in the beginning. Eventually, it's just a work in progress. You just got to work for it every day. Like, and I know when I would continuously have thoughts and bad things, I would let it consume me. And eventually I just like slowly started getting away from it. And now I can go to bed fine. Maybe once or twice a month I have a really bad night, like couple days during the month, but for the most part I wasn't able to sleep at all. Like, they had me on Seroquel. I took that in moments. I swear, not even a half hour I would take that. I'd be knocked out for 14 hours. I did not sleep at all for years. And now I can literally just walk over to my bed and go to bed. I can shut my mind off. But it took 2 years for me to practice that. And I had to do it because I had a child I was living for at that point. So my problems were nothing compared to making sure my son had a great life.
I think.
Yep. And Potty Mouth says yes. You have to retrain your brain.
I think because right now I feel real good because I know that I'm gonna get one step closer to what I need to do.
Mm-hmm. And that's it. It's a step. One step at a time.
I need to stop thinking about the end result where I want to be. I need to think about the steps
to get. Yes,
I got 2 steps today. I did really good. You know, like.
Yeah.
This is happening. Now I'm getting a lot better.
Stop thinking about how you're going to build your house and think about how you're going to actually get there.
Right. Yes.
Stepping stones to get there. The pathway to your front door.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop thinking about the front door and start thinking about what I have to do to get there. Exactly. So
what's the road to get you there?
Deep down, you know you're good people.
Yeah, and I can.
You're drowning in shallow water, homie. Stop the struggle and stand up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. I just don't want to do it, and I just don't want to do it.
Right there, you said
no,
it.
No. He doesn't want to do it with medication. That's yeah. But here's the thing: if it's a vitamin and it will help you, I'm not saying like fucking take these drugs that'll get you addicted and stuff, but if it'll help you sleep and doesn't affect you in a negative way somewhere crucial, then isn't it worth it? Doesn't that keep your mind? Because the reason your mind gets scattered is because you're not sleeping.
Yeah.
So it gets worse, and then your
mind needs to shut off.
I'm not saying go fucking.
I got sleep.
You know what
meds.
I mean?
I got sleep. Meds.
Well, maybe they need to be stronger.
I was just about to say, well, then maybe those aren't the right sleep meds, or they need to be stronger.
you know, if you needed vitamin, you take vitamins. And at that rate, if it regulates, that's what vitamins are supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Even if it's not a lifelong thing, you know,
Yeah.
like seriously, like you just have to like train yourself to sleep too. Like it's not normal, like feeling like, oh, I'm just gonna go to bed tonight. And like you think about it, you're like, oh, am I? Or am I having to sit up all night? Like after a while of you actually going to bed at night and it becoming your lifestyle and a routine, like you know you're gonna go to bed tonight. You never know. You might not need those medications eventually. But it's just you have to, like someone said just in the comments, you have to retrain your brain. You have to train your brain that it's time to sleep. Every night when it's nighttime, it's time to sleep. Even if I'm having a rough day, I'm going to sleep. I'm shutting my brain off. It's time for a break.
Yeah, you got to learn coping mechanisms. That's what those are.
I just need a fucking...
Have you ever seen those sensor boxes that kids are really into off Amazon? Like lately, they're like these big sensor boxes and they come with like random things and like fidget spinners, these little pokey hole things that you can like poke and they like make sounds and stuff like that.
I have one.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
I was just gonna say, maybe you should get one of those sensory boxes just to like when you start getting agitated or fidgety, you can like easily switch back and forth between all these little things because there's a lot of kids getting them now, and I see them on Amazon, and they really do keep young children entertained. So,
man, let's see. And I'm doing everything. You know what? I'm making a stride to bettering my health right now, and I'm making a stride to bettering my mental health today. Is what I'm gonna do. I'm focused on quit smoking cigarettes. Is my biggest thing that I'm focused on. But while I'm quitting, I'm gonna just, so I don't overwhelm myself, do a little bit every day to get the fuck into a house. You
that's
know,
all you can strive for is just do a little bit better every day, like you said.
and I want to I want to go back to Monroe, and I want to fucking get back into the gym and do what I was doing because the YMCA had a sit down elliptical that I could use, and I used to put 45 minutes on that a day and then 45 minutes in the sauna and then a nice long cold shower, and fucking I didn't even need sleep meds at that time. And then COVID hit, and that's when my mental health went down, and I just let it swallow. I let it swallow me. And now, like Josh said last night to me, it takes 21 days to make a habit. So I made a habit of fucking freaking out.
Yep.
That's what I've done. So it's in my, well, I wrote it in my DNA that I'm tripping every day, that I'm going to trip at least once a day. I'm going to have not a good time.
Mm-hmm. So that's what you've trained your mind to do.
So if I do 21 days without doing it, then boom.
And also, I'd like to point out, you said swallow.
This is the Earth Dweller of the day.
Earth Dweller of the day. This is the Earth Dweller of the day. This is the Earth Dweller of the day.
This is the Earth Dweller of the day.
This is the Earth Dweller of the day.
See what's walking on this earth.
Okay.
What is the Earth Dweller of the day?
What a good conversation we were having. It just had to get shit on by fucking Josh, dude. Wow, dude.
Oh shit!
What a fucking
It was great. It was such a great conversation. I skipped the fucking spotlight.
You're a real piece of work.
Thank you.
You know, the bar.
I almost
Thank you.
you're lucky because as soon as you said it, I wanted to push the button, but it was too good of what you were saying.
He said, "You know what? You said swallow." Boop.
When you said it, you said swallow, and you said swallow twice, and I wanted to be like boom. But
if I'd have said it a third time, it would have unlocked.
I would have had to.
It would have just pressed itself at that point. Yeah. Well, this is the barn swallow. I like these birds when I was young. we had a nice barn.
Branko, DMAC approved.
We had a nice barn where we were living at the house my dad was renting, and there was barn swallows all up in it. And every year I'd go try to look at their fucking babies, and they'd always chase me and swoop me. And I got beat up by these birds fucking daily. These are the most widespread bird in the world, like the widespread swallow. There's a ton of them. Actually though, because of habitat loss, like and nesting spots, they're losing nesting spots and shit since like, I don't know, it's like 76%. They're down 76% of the thing, but there's still a ton of them. I mean, they're not anywhere near endangered, but from like the 80s to now, they're down 76%.
And they're still fucking the most. They're the most birds in the world.
Yeah, and then they're on every continent besides Antarctica.
Okay,
and they're fucking. They fly like motherfuckers. They're long distance migrants.
They're threatened in Canada, it says.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they make these cool little mud nests, and they actually use them every year. They use them back and back to back
over and over. Okay.
So don't knock a mud nest down. Like if you have like your rafters showing in your garage,
and there's a nest
in your
there.
barn or something, and there's like you'll see it looks like a bird nest, not a fucking wasp nest, you know?
Yeah.
Well, leave it up there because they'll be back, and they're really good they're really cool birds. They're pretty, but they will swoop on you and try to get you. But the worst I've ever got is they fly right by your head.
They swoop down.
Yeah, I've actually got touched by one, but that was like the one time, and I've got
mowing your lawn, getting swooped down on.
No,
that's what happened to me.
I would get on a ladder and go see how big their babies were.
Oh, okay.
And then the fucking little bird comes in there and flies on something in my dad's garage, and it's like cheap. And I'm like, fuck. So I get down and I run out there, and the motherfuckers.
Do you know that they're long distance migrators?
Yeah, they travel like a motherfucker, dude.
9,000 kilometers.
I don't know how much that was when I looked it up, but
9,000. They go all the way to Argentina.
From here?
Yeah. Damn.
You know, they only weigh 17 to 20 grams, and that's only 7 or 8 pennies.
That's crazy.
7 pennies.
That's a tiny bit. That's a tiny baby.
Tiny baby bird, dude. Dude, it takes over 1,000 trips, like back and forth. Sometimes way over 1,000, and sometimes it's always over 1,000 to make that mud nest.
Oh, just to make the
because they get little mud pellets and come and fucking form it. Okay. So don't break
those tiny little mouths.
Mm-hmm. Those
buddies are working all day.
Yep, they lay 2 sets of eggs per year. They are they're aerial insectivores.
Oh, they love those bugs.
Yep. No, they only eat
flying bugs.
Flight. Yep. When they're flying, just fucking
on the go meals,
drive-by shooting. Like,
no, that's called fast food, buddy.
Fast food.
Yep.
That's
drive-by shooting.
It's a drive-by, dude.
Yep.
You know, just like you and your family, you're going, hey man, I heard of a nice spot fucking with some flowers. And all of a sudden, the motherfucker just comes, picks up Rodney. Rodney! He's like, help me! this isn't good.
He's got me, buddy.
Tell my mom I love her.
Silly.
I knew I shouldn't have left.
Those bugs consist of flies, bees, beetles, wasps, flying ants, moths, butterflies, anything that flies. They'll eat it.
Do you think birds are crazy? Like, because they have eyes on the side of their head, and like you never know what the fuck they're looking at.
Ooh. It says what? I'm sorry.
You never know what the fuck they're looking at because their eyes.
A bird? Yeah, I know.
And they're constantly like
looking cockeyed at you.
Yeah, like what the fuck are you doing?
Usually cockeyed means you.
Like there was a robin redbreast out there, brand new baby, but he just started flying. You can see he's getting his color and shit. And he looked at me and was like this, and then he looked at me with the other eye, and then this eye, and then this eye, and then he pecked
differently.
and then he pecked the ground and got a worm, and I was like, oh, the motherfucker was looking for
He wasn't even looking
worm.
at me.
Yeah, like what the? Can you just blind the other eye or something? I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
It says they sometimes eat fine gravel and crushed eggshells. That helps with digestion.
I think a lot of birds
A lot
eat
of
gravel.
birds do that. Yep, because it helps with the digestion.
I wonder if the flying plus the fucking rocks in your tummy just, make up a
Crush
nice
up
like a
whatever
good
you've
shit,
eaten.
Oh
yeah, you see what they look like. Females are attracted to males with the longer, so whoever's got the longer tail, and it's got to be symmetrical too. So not just one long spot, but the two long tail.
Oh, so if homie gets in a fight
and gets one ripped off, he's not as cute anymore.
Like, dog, you were hot 20 minutes ago when you had 5-inch fucking tail swoops, but now you have 1 5-incher and a 2.5. So I can't fuck with you.
Guess what a group of barn swallows is called?
A gallop.
A kettle.
A kettle of barn swallows?
Yep.
You little fuckers.
Oh, look at that kettle.
Are they solo or?
I usually, I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. But when I
It's like
see
the
them,
kettle calling the
they're
pop
either
live.
in a flock or they're just solo with one or two of them,
I've seen.
Is what I usually see. But I might,
I'm pretty sure they're monogamous.
So even though they're a very acrobatic in the air, they're no match for predators. You know what these predators are?
I'd say like hawks.
Yep, that's one.
Fucking a cat if they get low enough.
That's one.
How many more do I got?
There's like 17 on this list. 15.
Hawks, cats, eagles.
No eagles. Sorry.
Fish.
No.
Fish could gulp one. I've seen fish.
But I will tell you, there is a water animal on here.
Like
not a fully submergible. It's an amphibian. I'll give you that.
A frog?
Yep. A bullfrog will eat it.
Son of a bitch. That's sweet. What else?
One more. I'll give me one more guess, and then I'll name the rest.
Is it a man like a ground?
All sorts
dweller?
of things. Flight, ground.
An eagle.
Snake.
Yep. Snake.
Fuck you, Josh. I'm so bad, dude.
Okay, so they're threatened by humans, owls, hawks, falcons, cats, seagulls, grackles. I don't know what that is. Rats, fire ants, raccoons, bobcats, squirrels, weasels, snakes, and bullfrogs. That's pretty cool, huh?
I mean, dude, you got a fucking hard life, little barn swallow.
The squirrel can eat you. You know how fast it flies?
30.
46.
What?
Yep.
I was going to say 15, so I was way off.
If Robert's watching, 46, bro. That's all I'm going to tell you, 46.
What's his favorite number?
Oh, that's our buddy Jake that died after high school. That was his football number.
Okay.
I see it everywhere. That fucking number is everywhere.
So, an unmated male will break up an existing pair by destroying their nest.
Oh, you're a real piece of work. Barn swallows are fuck boys.
Yep. Barn swallows sometimes get help from others while raising their young. These helpers can often be older siblings from previous clutches.
You fucking talk about a home wrecker, dude. You know?
It says they sometimes live in symbiotic relationship with osprey. The swallow builds a nest below the osprey's nest. This protects their nest from other predators, which are driven away by the osprey. The barn swallow that gives alarm and call when it sights a threat, alerting the osprey. So then the osprey goes in.
You ever seen an osprey, dude?
Yeah, I had one. My dad has a nest like right across the street from him.
So you know how my dad lives on the river, right? I'm telling you what, bro. I seen an osprey with a fucking a shithead in its hand, dude.
You're not allowed to kill them.
The
It's
osprey,
federally protected too.
the osprey was about like a foot and a half long, and the fucking fish was every bit of 2 feet, and you could hear this fucker's wings beating because it was trying
It's
so
almost
hard.
like an eagle.
It has a nest right down the fucking way from the river, and this motherfucker paddled this fucking giant fish, bigger than him. You could hear it was like grunting, like you could hear it. And me and my dad kind of looked at each other, dude, and I was like, "Damn, what the fuck? Dude, what was that?" And he's like, "Dude, that was a flying fish." That's what it looked like. So, but we're not talking about ospreys.
No. It says no lethal control can be issued for sparrows. A permit is not issued to remove a nest under construction with or without eggs, abandoned or not. If an adult swallow is occupying even half-builded nests or fully builded nests, regardless of eggs, the law protects it.
Good.
Said they were once killed for their tail feathers, which led to the creation of this law. You're not even allowed to possess a single feather.
Oh, wow.
It's illegal to possess a single feather.
Well, dude, somebody tell the 5-0 I got fucking 4 in my back porch.
Well, they just heard you.
You got 4 birds in there. They're going cheep cheep.
I think I heard a knock at your guys' door.
Oh, I'm getting raided.
They live about 4 to 5 years, but that depends on a bunch of factors.
So at my mom's house, it's not a barn swallow, but it's a tree swallow. She put out a bird's nest, and the first thing they did was occupy it.
Robert said 46 fire.
Yeah, and then I walked up to it, didn't think nothing was in it, got fucking chirped at by a bird over on a sign, and that motherfucker started just a week ago. That's why I did the barn swallow. I'll do a tree swallow eventually, but the barn swallow was the one that swooped me.
Shirley says they're all over. I'm in Canada.
They ain't fucking threatened. I think threatened means like threatened isn't near extinction yet, but it's threatened, so that means it's declining or something.
You want to hear some old myths
about barn swallows?
Yep.
Or?
Egyptian mythology has it linked swallows with the stars, linking them to the souls of the dead. In the Egyptian love poem, a swallow declares the dawn of new love. This bird has been linked with Greek mythology. The legend has it that Procene was transformed into a swallow by the gods to protect her from her husband. These birds also appear in Greek mythology with the goddess of love, Aphrodite. Also, a lot of people get tattoos of swallows, and they used to represent like if you've crossed the sea, because that's one of the first birds you see when there's land.
What?
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
A barn swallow?
Not necessarily a barn swallow, but a swallow.
Right.
But same thing differently. But it's that time.
It's time.
All right. Yep. We'll see everybody tomorrow.
Thanks for the therapy.
Have a great day.
Thanks for the therapy session,
Thursday.
everybody.
You're welcome. Thursday, we're going to have, who is it? Do you remember? No, you don't. Jacob Collins.
Oh, yes. Yep.
He was on the Trailer Park Boys.
Yep. Ricky's stepson.
Ricky's son-in-law.
No, son-in-law. Duh. I'm a dummy. I don't know. They're in a trailer park, so it can be however you want it.
But that's Thursday. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.
Love you guys.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Brought
I love you.
by Brain Jerk. Fuck yeah.
Boop.